Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Core Set 2020 draft here on the channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome. Also, welcome to everyone watching this live on Twitch. That's right, I am streaming this live. If you would like to join in all the action live, be sure to check out twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas and leave a follow there so you can know when I go live. Also, if you do enjoy this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. If the video gets to 50 thumbs up, I will do my utmost to post another video tomorrow. So hitting that thumbs up not only supports the channel, but also supports yourself because you get access to more content. Leave a comment in the comment section down below if you have any questions. I'm going to be talking about the top 3 or 4 cards from each pack, but if there's a card you want me to talk about in more detail, or you're confused on any of my picks or plays, be sure to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I will happily respond. Be sure to subscribe to the channel to get to show your support even more. Get a notification when I post new content if you want by hitting that little bell, and if you would like to further support the channel like the ultimate fan, you really enjoy the content, and you want to give back, check out patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. There's some really cool rewards, including extra content every week over on Patreon. So patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. There will be a link in the description and in a pinned comment if you would like to check that out. But yeah, without further ado, let's dive in. And, oh, it's all zoomed out. There we go. Oh, okie doke. So our rare is incredible. Definitely going to be taking this out of the pack. Not only is it just a 4-mana 3/3 flyer, which is already pretty solid, it is an incredible tempo play, taps down your opponent's creature, and even if they do kill dungeon guys, usually it'll have stuck around for a couple turns, gotten you incredible value. Definitely the pick. I do want to say I'm a little bit lower on the color protection creatures than I was before. I think you'll side this in against a black deck, because protection from black on a 2/1 and being able to exile graveyard is actually kind of relevant, but I'm not sure if you're going to main deck this card. I think it's kind of close. I don't like Dragon Mage because it's too expensive, 7 mana 5/5, and then the wheel effect. I feel like it's kind of a downside even. And then Siegebreaker's fine, but you're not going to take it and move into gold earlier. I think of the commons, I'm on Agonizing Siphon as the common that I would take out of this pack, followed by Dawning Angel, or maybe just Evolving Wilds after the Dawning Angel, but just for flexibility. But we're just slamming Dungeon Geists here. And now the second pick, Cloudkin Seer, is the easiest pick I've ever seen. This card, don't be scared. They'll be like, oh, this card's a common, you should take a Lightning Stormkin or something. This card is absolutely fantastic. It is actually, in my opinion, the best common in the set. I've had some thoughts about whether this or Murder is the best common in the set. I think it's close, but I think Cloudkin Seer, not only is it a little bit easier to play, like you can potentially, like, if you were splashing blue, you might add a Cloudkin Seer to your splash. That's not the reason why it's better, though. It's just a 2-for-1 on a very good creature at common. Like, if you play 2 Cloudkin Seers and your opponent like murders both of them, you end up ahead. It's not just like the head-to-head in the arena thing. Like if you just play Cloudkin Seer is also a flyer for the Flyers deck. It's an elemental for the elemental synergy deck. It's just overall just a fantastic card. 3 mana for a 2/1 flyer is already close to playable, and then just giving draw a card to that is just even better. So I think that it's not going to come up all that often. But I think pack 1 pick 1 I would take Cloudkin Seer over Murder, which is just a nice little piece of tech for all you folks looking to crush your FNMs, though Murder is also a fine pick. Lightning Stormkin is probably my second pick out of this pack. It goes with the Dungeon Geist. It's another flyer, has Flying Haste, just a very efficient card, very powerful card. Unsummon's another card to consider out of this pack. Just very efficient interaction. You can oftentimes get a card worth of value out of it. And then Veil of Summer, after those 3, pretty distant fourth. Just a fine hate card, but easy Cloudkin Seer here. And it keeps us monocolored. Here, things start to get more interesting. There are 3 cards that immediately jump into my head. Wolf Rider Saddle is a very strong equipment that also comes with a creature. This card has been very impressive to me. Essentially, it is a 4-mana 3/3 that can just start buffing your other creatures after it dies, and it can buff like several creatures over the course of a game. And also, like, you can just not have it die, you can just start moving the equipment around anyway. Overall, and also not only being able to be blocked by one creature is actually a pretty relevant piece of text, so this is a pretty good card. Unsummon, of course, comes to mind. I'm already in blue. Getting an Unsummon here would just be a really nice way to keep myself in blue and also just get some nice interaction. Unsummon's a just really good premium interactive spell, especially the first copy. Shock is another really good one. I did just get past a blue-red gold card, so that is a little bit of a red signal, potentially. Not a huge one, because you never know what they first picked, but Shock is just a good card. And then Sedge Scorpion, pretty good, like, just an early creature. Dismal Backwater is also a fine card, but I think at this point, while I'm still figuring out my colors, I'd rather be taking playable cards from my deck. And I think the pick is mainly between the Wolf Rider Saddle and the Unsummon. I don't think Shock is better enough than Unsummon to be worth moving into a second color for, and I think Sedge Scorpion's a little bit worse than the Saddle. This is actually a really tricky pick. So the benefits of... I'll hover over so you can read it. The benefits of the Wolf Rider saddle is it gives me just a very strong card on its own. Like, but it is in a second color, which is the downside. Unsummon keeps me monocolored. I do want to be playing blue because I already have 2 excellent blue cards. I'm just going to take the Unsummon. Now, we can just start to figure out what our second color is. I think Cryptic Caves is an alright pick. We're not 100% sure what our second color is, so this is probably going to be able to make our deck no matter what, even though we do have a double blue card. So we could potentially run 18 lands plus Cryptic Caves, which I really do enjoy doing. Like 18 lands, Cryptic Caves as the 18th land, because then it's harder to mana screw, and it's also pretty hard to mana flood. Brineborn Cutthroat's just okay creature. You're generally not going to be like getting too much value out of it, though. Moat Piranhas is okay in the Flyers decks, but I'm not like really down to play Moat Piranhas. And then there's a couple good green cards again. So we are seeing a green signal. I could definitely see Thicket Crasher being the pick. Netcaster Spider is probably a card I would take over it, though, just for help against other Flyers decks. Just a defensive card. And it's also a mana cheaper. So I think Netcaster Spider is slightly better than Thicket Crasher. Though I think I am just going to take the Cryptic Caves, because I think running an 18th land is really powerful, but you don't want to flood out, and Cryptic Caves really helps you with that problem. Okie doke. We are still getting a sense of what's open. Red has seemed partially open. Green has seemed partially open. This pack, of course, leans more towards the red, with both a pretty solid uncommon and also a pretty like okay common. Like, deal 5 damage. Removal is premium in this set. You really want to get a couple removal spells, and Reduce to Ashes kills most of the things you want to kill. God's Willing is also a very powerful card, especially combined with things like Dungeon Geists, because Dungeon Geists, like, if it dies, the creature untaps again, but God's Willing can protect it. I haven't really been seeing a strong white signal, though, and I think that this might just be a case of the bots valuing God's Willing lower than me. I think I'm a little bit too high on God's Willing anyway, even without bots valuing it lower than me. Just myself, I value it too highly. So Bone to Ash is like the best blue card in the pack. I don't think Sage's Denison is really where we want to be, because we're not really going to be milling them out while also killing them with Flyers. So Bone to Ash is a little bit less of a card I would like to take. I think here is a good moment to get into red with at least one card, and I think it's between Reduce to Ash and the Berserker. I think Berserker's okay, but it's not really part of the flying strategy that I potentially go for, and I think I'd rather just get a Reduce to Ashes, kills a ground threat, or just any threat really, and like it kills a Mammoth Spider, which could be really key, and I think is going to be better. Now, hey, what is up, Psychos? Welcome, welcome. Here, Frostlink's the easiest pick of all time. I'm not sure on my second color still, so I don't really want to take a Netcaster Spider or a Veil of Summer, but Frostlink's is just a great card, so one of the best commons and in blue, and just a great card. So easy Frostlink's here. Not really anything else even in contention. Okie doke. Now here we can take a Lavakin Brawler, keep our red options open. 20 drafts in. That is an impressive number of drafts. Well, you have come to the right place. I have much insight to dispense, so if you have any questions about cards or things, even if it's not related to the draft, just be sure to shoot them into the text thing and I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. I think Lavakin Brawler is fantastic. It works well with the Cloudkin Seer, it works well with the Frostlinks, and overall is just going to be a solid 4-drop for the deck. It also blocks pretty well. Probably like 30, geez. Also, it's important not to value the, like, think of yourself as, like, only doing well if you have trophies. Like, doing 2-1s and stuff is also fun, and you just can play for fun. Like, I could have had a trophy, but I played really badly in my last match one of the times because it was late at night. I don't want to make excuses, though. It was just, I could have had a trophy maybe. But we're going to take Lavakin Brawler here. The green cards are just not worth taking, and we have kind of already settled into colors here. Anticipate is an okay card, but I think we'd rather be just getting stuff early that affects the board. We don't really have any 2-drops yet, so Anticipate becomes more playable. Convolute is not my type of card. I don't like to hold up 3 mana for a counter spell because your opponent can just like not play anything sometimes. A decent amount of the removal is instant speed, so they just pass back and then remove your creature and it ends badly. I think Season of Growth can actually do a lot of work, and potentially is the pick here over Anticipate, though I'm not necessarily like anti-Anticipate here. Just playing an Anticipate could be solid. Season of Growth would hedge me into green because I have seen a couple of solid green cards, but I also know that the MTG Arena bots just do not take Season of Growth. I've seen it like second to last pick, so I think Season of Growth is more playable than that. It's got a decent amount of value. It works really well with Rabbit Bite, Feral Invocation, Combat Tricks. Just, you can get a decent amount of value out of this. So the question is, would I rather have Season of Growth or an Anticipate? And I think the answer is I'd rather hedge on green and Season of Growth. And now I see in this pack, there's a Feral Invocation, which works with the Season of Growth. There's also a Gift of Paradise, which could help me even splash or reduce to ashes. I'm planning on running 18 lands anyway because of this Cryptic Cave. I don't really like Dragon Mage, and I don't like Moat Piranhas all that much. Vorse Claw is another option. Feral Invocation, I could probably get that type of effect later. I'm just going to take the Gift of Paradise. And now Veil of Summer, a nice little anti-blue-black card. Going to be better than Plummet and better than this Anticipate if I do end up in green. And a Fortress Crab. Just a fine blocker if I end up in a big Flyers deck. We'll just take the uncommon to build the collection. And Heartpiercer Bow is actually a really good sideboard card, one that I'm always happy to have in the sideboard. So, nice pickup there. Another Veil of Summer over a Plummet. We'll really hose those. I don't like Wolfkin Bond, but it's fine to get. And we are rewarded for staying open. This is one of those things where you, like, you work really hard to stay open all pack one. We've been taking a lot of, like, blue cards and even some colorless stuff, and this is a payoff. But there's also Cloud Conceer. Night Pack Ambusher's got to be better than Cloud Conceer, though. It can, like, single-handedly win you the game. You just play this, you flash it on their end step, and then you just start making 3/3s every turn. This card's fantastic. I think it's actually better than Cloud Conceer. Oh, man. And then there's also, like, some red cards, too. Like, Flame Sweep would probably be decent in this deck. It doesn't kill any of our it kills Frostlings, I guess. But Night Pack Ambusher also works really well with Season of Growth, because you get to scry every turn. I think this is going to be the pick. I think it's better than the Cloud Conceer by a little bit. And then we can just maybe splash, reduce to ashes. So definitely for me, it goes in this pack. It goes Night Pack, then Cloud Conceer, and then probably Flame Sweep, and then Leafkin Druid. Nice little sound effect. And an easy Cloud Conceer. I think Cloud Conceer is better than Wolf Rider Saddle, and even better than Creeping Trailblazer. We don't really have elementals. We have, I guess, 1, 2. But we're not really looking to splash our 2-drop guy necessarily. And we're not even guaranteed to splash red. And at this point, we're probably committed to green-blue because we just have such a powerful rare. And also Cloud Conceer. Even if we weren't committed to green-blue, this card is just so good that it's worth taking, I think. And now we can get a Leafkin Druid. This deck is really coming together. Master Splice is a really good uncommon, but we're not going to splash for it. We would be more likely to splash red anyway for more elemental payoffs and synergies. And but Leafkin Druid is just a really good 2-drop to get. It can maybe get a Night Pack Ambusher out on turn 3. Definitely the pick out of this pack. There are a lot of good white cards here, but that just might mean that the guy to my right is playing in white because this is just soapbox moment here. If you see a lot of a color in pack 2, it might mean that you were in the right colors for pack 1. Because just think about it logically. If the guy to my right takes every white card, I'm not going to see any white cards. If in pack 2 I start seeing all the white cards and then move into white, I know that in pack 3 I'm not going to see any white cards anymore. I used to do this all the time. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm reading signals. But you need to remember, it's 2 different people from left and right. So you don't want to just switch colors and get max punished. So we're just going to take the Leafkin Druid here. And it's looking like we have found our lane. Winged Words is fantastic. Definitely taking this here. We don't have any multiples. I guess we have 2 Cloud Conceers. Pattern Matcher. Oh my gosh, Pattern Matcher Cloud Conceer. But I think Winged Words is just a little bit better. So let's just move the things like this so we can kind of get a sense. So the choice here is between Pattern Matcher and Winged Words. Murder's quite good, but we're not going to take that. Sleep Paralysis is the type of card you can play 1 copy of, but you generally don't want to play too many. It's not a super premium removal spell or anything. I think we're just going to take the Winged Words here. We have a couple flyers. And drawing 2 cards for 2 mana is really good. Even drawing 2 cards for 3 mana is really good. This format's pretty grindy, and just guaranteed value rather than situational values is going to be pretty good here. I'll play like any number of Winged Words. And now, another Cryptic Caves maybe? I could see running 18 lands with 2 Cryptic Caves being really good. We do have a couple of double-colored cards, but Gift of Paradise helps with that. I don't think we can afford a second Cryptic Caves in our mana base, though. We have double-colored cards. We don't really want too many of those types of things going on. Let's just take a Sedge Scorpion. Really holds the ground quite well. Works well with any Rabid Bites we can get. I think this is better than a Cryptic Caves for number 2. We already have a Cryptic Cave, so. Okay, it wasn't registering my clicks. And here we'll just pick up a natural end for the sideboard, I think. Don't really want any of these other cards. This card's like a good one, but we're not going to play that. And I don't think we want to be playing the Sage's Denizen Mill plan. Natural end can be fine, though. Season of Growth number 2 really gets much worse. Because they don't really... I mean, they do stack, but the matchups where it's... You don't, like... Oh my gosh, what? I'm in the middle of a draft right now. Please restart MTG Arena. I'll finish the draft and then restart. How's that? I think Cerulean Drake's probably the pick here. It can be fine to just play that as a 2-mana guy, but a second Seasons of Growth is a little bit sketchy, because then if you draw 2 in certain matchups, it can really backfire, especially because I don't really have any ways to target my own creatures. So we'll just take the Drake. And we'll pick up a Fairy Miscreant. Pretty low cost to pick up this Fairy Miscreant, and if we can get like a couple more, we might even play it. Befuddle's alright, Vorse Claw's alright, but we don't really have... In 10 minutes. Yikes. Well, I guess we'll finish the draft in 10 minutes. Okay, so Befuddle is also a fine option, but I think we're just going to take the Fairy Miscreant. Pretty low opportunity cost to pick this one up, and if we see 3 more, we can maybe get there. And now we get a Plummet for the sideboard. Salvage of Ruin, I think, is unplayable. Prismite's not super great either. Another Gift of Paradise, pretty nice here. Now you kind of want a Vorsed Claw. We'll get a Swiftwater Cliffs if we do want to splash. We do have 2 Gifts of Paradise, so splashing seems reasonable in this deck. And we're just going to take the uncommon to fill that collection. Unholy Indenture is not playable. Okie doke, we got a Risen Reef. That's just on-color, uncommon, that's really powerful. We even have some elementals. As I was saying, Cloud Conceal's an elemental for some stupid reason. This is an elemental. Yeah, just a good card. Definitely taking it. And other than that, we might splash a Creeping Trailblazer in this deck, but we really don't have a reason to with only 3 elementals. I guess Frostlink's an elemental, so we have 4 elementals. It's going to be a good Risen Reef deck, though. Unsummoned's probably the second pick out of this pack, and then Octoprophet probably number 3. Okie doke. Here, there's not really much for us. I don't think Regulator's very good. I could see taking Fry and then siding it in for that matchup. Or I could just take an Octoprophet or a Centaur Core. So let's check my 3-drops versus 4-drops. So in the 3-drop slot, I have 1, 2, 3. Probably not playing this. Potentially playing this. 4. Maybe one of those 5. And then in the 4-drop, I have 1, 2. So maybe I want Centaur Courser. I think I'll just take Octoprophet rather than a card that I might side in from time to time, but probably won't. Now this is a real pick. With so many, with very little removal in this deck, Rabid Bite could just be the very correct pick here. I'm very tempted by this Boreal Elemental. I think Aethergust would normally be a pretty defensible pick just because it's such a powerful sideboard card, but we don't have any removal at all, so getting just a removal spell that we can use in every matchup rather than a situational one is just something we're going to do. And then this card could be fine, but I don't really think we're going to go for that. I think we're going to go for this or the Boreal Elemental, but I think Boreal Elemental is just less useful than the Rabid Bite because we just need to have ways to interact, and Rabid Bite is a premium way that works with our Season of Growth. Now we get a very good 3-drop. Thrashing Brontodon is miles better than every card in this pack, so we're just going to slam it. And a Wolf Rider Saddle, pretty easy pickup here for us. I think it's better than the Scorpion, and also Loaming Shaman, while shuffling your own graveyard back in is fine. I don't think that's what this deck is trying to do. This isn't like a super grindy deck. This is a deck that can probably like get the job done with Night Pack, Ambusher, and things like that. But getting the Wolf Rider Saddle is nice. Ooh, interesting. Overcome. We do have a lot of creatures in this deck, so I could see Overcome being alright. And there's really not a ton of other things. There's a Plummet, but we already have one of those in the sideboard. There's a Heartpiercer Bow, but we already have one of those. So let's just take the Overcome and see if that works out. And this is the latest Barkhide Troll I've ever seen. Easy pickup here. Nice to see that we ended up in the right colors, and fantastic addition to the deck. And now we'll just take a Pattern Matcher. We'll play it, even though we only have 1 multiple. Getting a second Cloud Concealer is quite good. And it's stable to an already serviceable body. Though, Feral Invocation could be an interesting option when we have a Rabid Bite. I think Pattern Matcher is just a little bit better. And Feral Invocation, we got one anyway. Nice. We already have one of these, so we don't want that. We're just going to pick up some more options so we can customize our deck after experimenting. And I guess we'll take a Marauder's Axe over a Prismite. Another Pattern Matcher. Sure. Probably not going to play both of them. Healer could be a fine sideboard card. Loaming Shaman came back. That's nice. And another Bow. Well, this deck, we're going to build the deck, of course, and then we will restart Magic Online. Not Magic Online, MTG Arena. And we also have 2 Veil of Summers for those blue-black matchups. Blue-black matchups. So let's look at our curve and zoom these out so we can see them all at once. Feral Invocation's kind of a card we want to play. Gift of Paradise. We're not going to play this. Swiftwater Cliff, that's for sure. I think we want to run 18 lands if we're going to run a Cryptic Caves. Though Gift of Paradise doesn't really have a home in this deck because our curve is so low. So let's just cut both of those. Run 1 copy of Feral Invocation, maybe. Not only does it work with our Season of Growth, but it's just a solid option. So yeah, let's try running the Feral Invocation. And then we can run 1 Gift of Paradise. We do have multiple double-colored cards. We could run the second Pattern Matcher, though we can't even get value out of the second one. I don't think we want to run Fortress Crab. Fortress Crab is just undeniably worse than Pattern Matcher. How many creatures do we have? 15 creatures. This is also a creature, so it's 16 creatures. I could see running this Overcome being correct as well. Or Sage Rose Denizen. Probably the Overcome, though. Seems good to me. So now we are going to add a 18th land. We're going to add a forest because we have more green cards than blue cards. And also double-colored green cards. And now 18 lands seems like a solid place to be. I'm liking this deck. Seems good to me. Yep. No additions other than these. I like it. And now we restart Arena. So I'll pick up the recording when the first match begins. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember to thumbs up, comment, and I'll see you soon. And welcome back. It was a bit of a delay getting this thing updated, but we have won our die roll, and we shall play first, and we shall keep. Season of Growth. We will see how good it is. It's my actual first time playing with it, but it seems like a solid enough card to me. Wow, MTG bot also on my side. Well, Cryptic Cave's going to help us on this potential flood out, which is why we are not worried about playing it. We're going to play the Pattern Matcher here for actually, we'll just play the Wolf Rider Saddle. Might as well wait. And we'll keep a Risen Reef. Hey, it is the Seeker. Welcome. You got here just in time for the matches. And you missed the dark, dark day that was. Hey, see? I like it. Let's double check, make sure that it does not auto-trigger, order our triggered abilities. Because we would like to scry before we see what we do here. We do not want Feral Invocation right now. Frostlinks is a solid option, though. And we can even just draw an extra card here. Which I think we'll do. Oh yes, the Reef. I don't know if that was an optimal attack. We're trading 3 damage for 2 damage, so it seems like it could be a pretty optimal attack. Let's just draw an extra card. Oh my gosh, this is disgusting. So we want to put that bottom. We don't particularly want Loaming Shaman. It's not our one of our best cards or anything. That is a good card, though. We don't really want more lands. Like, I figured we might hit 2 lands in a row anyway. So let's attack. We can just block there. Reef should be a rare. I think Reef would have been a pretty fun rare, yeah. It's a pretty good uncommon. Some might even say too good. We get 3 scries out of this one. Well, that's going to be a keep on top, and it's going to win us the game, so. I fully support the overcome on top of the deck. We can even use this to kill Anvil Raptor if he goes for something too fancy. This is an easy game. Overcome. Excellent here. It's weird because the lighting in this room feels a little bit dark, but it's actually the perfect lighting for this. I think Cryptic Caves as an 18th land is secretly OP. Like, so good. Not like OP, just good. So they have 4, 10, toughness. I have 5, 9, 14, 19. Yeah, we have easy lethal.
That is how it's done! I can't lean back too far in this chair. Oh my gosh.
Why, chair? Trying to get me. Got him. Got him. So we're going to bring in Plummet. So they are playing black. So Veil of Summer could be good. And Plummet could be good. We have a couple of clunkers in our deck, I think. That's definitely a bit of a clunker. Even though it does work with Season of Growth. It's definitely the first card to cut. Cerulean Drake, they're not playing red, so we'll cut that. And then a Pattern Matcher. Because we only have 1 duplicate, and drawing a Cloud Concealer on its own is already pretty good. So, we definitely significantly improved our deck post-board. Wow, this is a good hand. Man, can you imagine if we can get, like, Risen... On turn 3, we're probably going to play Winged Words. Can you imagine if we play Winged Words... I mean, play Risen Reef with Veil of Summer backup? It's going to be disgusting. Yeah, Ambusher, we picked it over Cloud Concealer, and I was, like, really hyped about it. We've stayed very flexible pack 1, and that's what enabled us to pick up the Ambusher. So if we... Oh, gosh. That was a disgusting draw. So we could wait and try to get more value by using it with Risen Reef. But we're going to go Risen Reef into Veil of Summer next turn. And if we cast Winged Words, we have to discard to hand size, so it's just not worth doing. We're trading 100% there. Also, Dungeon Geists with Veil of Summer backup is quite good. They're going to play another red spell, so not going to be able to block this anyway. Let's just use Dungeon Geist here. Tap down this Diamond Knight. I think we're in good shape. And then next turn we can Frost Links the Lavakin Brawler. I'm just waiting for them to go for a murder. They haven't played a black card this entire game. This game is over already? I hope so. That is half our life total. So this is going to be... We're going to tap down his Dagger Sail Aeronaut. I tapped wrong. Actually, yeah, it's fine. Because I think holding up Veil of Summer is still good. I could have played Barkhide Troll, though, is the thing. I think we'll probably chump this. With our Frostlinks. We're not going to snap off the Veil of Summer. We already have a lot of playables here. Let's start with a Barkhide Troll. Oh, I didn't realize I can... And then we'll just play Wolf Rider Saddle. And hold up our Veil. No attack, no blocks. We want to keep this Dungeon Geist. We should have attacked with Dungeon Geists because we were not blocking. Did opponent not play a black card this entire game? They played one. We're going to shuffle back in this, this, and this. All three of those will be great draws. Equipped this, so it can now block the Dagger Sail. And we've got some good setups here. We're protected against a Murder or an Agonizing Siphon. And we're just dead. Of course we are. Gosh darn it. Well, Veil of Summer is not looking good. Okay, if Veil of Summer had been any other spell, I think we would have won this game. So, I think it looks like a fine card in the matchup, but it's actually terrible. Because they played, like, legitimately 20 red cards. And instead of that, what do we even want? Does Heartpiercer Bow kill anything? Not really. Fortress Crab kind of blocks everything. Let's play those two. This is a fantastic hand. Absolutely god tier. Just Barkhide Troll into Cloud Conceer is insane. And now we have Unsummoned backup. Nice. Never mind, we're just going to get this complete utter domination beatdown draw going. And they missed a land drop. This is over. We'll just continue the beatdowns. Boom. Nice. Nice little easy victory. Nice and easy. Wow, that was a lot of prizes for one win. Ooh, 2 mythics. Whew. Excellent stuff. Man, streaming is so much fun. I'm very happy to be able to stream for a little bit. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in and hanging out. It's great. Drafting some great decks. Mulliganing some mediocre hands. This hand is far superior to that previous hand. And we will get rid of Wolf Saddle. No, we'll get rid of Loaming Shaman. Because Feral Invocation onto the Thrashing Brontodon can just be insane. Okay, now we just need an island and we win. I'm kidding, partly. But only partly. Well, we're going to lead off with the Brontodon, but then we have 2 Cloud Conceers to back it up. And just draws more cards. Thank you, the Seeker. I will do my best to win while you lurk. Just going to use our mana the most efficiently every turn. Blue-red, A. I'm fine entering a race situation. Feral Invocation's pretty good in a race, because usually both players are tapped out then. Next turn I'm going to have 8 power in play. They only have 4. So there's a fine spot to race. We're just going to attack with these 2. I don't want to expose anything to double blocks, and this can only be single blocked. So there's no reason to attack with this and price myself into casting Feral Invocation. So +1/+1 and double strike, so I'll lose my wolf. Sure. We can just equip the saddle. Let's just play the Drake and end turn. This has pro red, so I really want to get this one, the Feral Invocation. Nice! That's awesome, Mitch. That's awesome. Welcome. We're just going to play the Pattern Matcher. It's not getting any better, and 4 mana 3/3 is awesome. So happy you could join us. Have we scryed anything to the bottom? We have Loaming Shaman. We'd rather increase our threat density a little bit. Make it more likely to draw a spell rather than a land, so we'll shuffle. This guy with the spells, with the thing on him, is pretty nice. So now he has to chump this. That was not very good math. Not gonna lie. That was some subpar math, shall we say. So against blue-red, a little bit of tempo action. Blue or black spell. Probably don't want this, though. The hexproof is more relevant against the black aspect of that. They probably have some flyers. But I'm not going to bring it in until I have seen one. Let's just run it back. Pattern Matcher is mostly just a 4-mana 3/3, but it has some upside, so. Because when it draws another Cloud Concealer, I'm just winning that game, so. Okay, opponent. Do you feel like tricolor, not just splashing, is always a mistake in limited? Not always. There are some formats that are built for tricolor. For example, Khans of Tarkir. Comes to mind. All of Alara block as well. Also, the problem is it's generally better to be just 2 colors with a splash because your mana is just not going to be there in a lot of things. In like a cube, you can play 3 color sometimes, but even in cubes with all the rare lands and stuff like that, fixing is a problem because if you can cast, and also there's not always a good reason to be 3 color because in limited, a lot of the cards are very similar power levels. So for example, if my deck has 8 cards that I say are, if say let's just say all cards in my deck on average power level are like 6s out of 10. If I go 3 color and I'm playing the best cards out of all those 3 colors instead of the best cards in just my 2 colors, my deck maybe gets 0.5 better on power level because the cards are pretty similar, pretty close to each other. Hopefully that makes sense. Like, there's not enough of a gain in power level to be worth that hurting your mana so much. Well, this is a keeper. The thing about Nightpack Ambusher is it can kind of be a one-man army. You don't really need a team when you have Nightpack Ambusher because he's his own team. And against blue-red, they can't really kill it unless they have Chandra's Outrage. And now I might even have protection for it, the Chandra's Outrage with Feral Invocation. So I'm feeling pretty good about this game. I'm not saying that cool. He was asking about straight 3-color. Like, playing, like, all 3 colors equally. I had a pretty close to a 3-color deck, not going to lie, relatively recently in War of the Spark with my, I had a pretty cool, what's the name for it? Deck where, a mass deck where I was kind of playing all 3 colors, just relatively equal. But even then I had like, it was like a 6/6/5, or 6/6. It was like a 7/6/5 mana base, which was kind of a weird one. You think I'm too proud to block? Let's just block there. I ended up going, let's just tap this. We have spells we want to cast, so we don't want to get the Nightpack Ambusher out quite yet. Mono Red did alright. It went 3-2. I could have definitely won the matches that I lost, though. It was, like, when I say could have won, it wasn't like I played horrifically, though I did kind of play badly in one of the games. It was more that I played, there was, like, spots that I, like, just needed to draw non-lands, and I just couldn't draw. I drew, like, a bunch of lands and stuff. So now we get our Sedge Scorpion down, and then we can flash in our Nightpack Ambusher. And then we'll just get that going, plus the Feral Invocation for protection from Chandra's Outrage. And the deal 5. Nobody ever expects the Nightpack Ambusher! Let's go! Die, Pack Mastiff. I think this is worth it. Even if he shocks it, he has 2 for 1 to himself. So we just make a 3/3. we're chilling. We have this thing to protect it. This is a 3/3 anyway, so like, why would we cast it when we can just get it for free? Why cast it when I can get it for free? A 3/3 every turn is no joke. Also eating this thing, so. Did I say I was going to protect from Chandra's Outrage, or did I say I was going to protect from Chandra's Outrage? This is the kind of play that championships are won with. That is a sweet, sweet play. I'm loving it. Heck yes. We waited. We didn't just run it out turn 4. We were like, we'll go the end of this turn. We have stuff we want to cast, but now... Now we have lethal. Heck yes. Very happy. Very happy. I don't think opponent can kill us here. Ha, he can't even use his reduced to ashes. He has to kill our pathetic little wolf. Well, this is a pretty clear play. Now we actually will play some spells just so we don't die to this, plus like a weird burn spell combination. Get that nice little scry, keep that on top, that's for sure. Oh, kadoke. Meteor Golem, eh? Wow. That actually might have been kind of annoying. I should have done this in a different order. I think this is lethal, though. Yeah, it is. Yeah! Heck yeah. All of the packs. I'm on a bit of a clock because I'm gonna have to end the stream at like 7. So hopefully we can get all the wins we need in the next 45 minutes. I think our deck is busted, so we'll just get all the wins we need immediately. But well, there's an easy mulligan. And there's a keep. Cerulean Drake. Oh, this is going to be unbelievable. Let's get rid of the unsummon. It's not a value play and we're already down on cards. We do want to keep this Drake so we can use Winged Words for 2 mana. Pump it. You know you want to. Oh, no. So my opponent's going to get their own value engines rolling, but we have some value of our own. Never fear. And if we draw a forest, we can Nightpack Ambusher him, which would be sick. So I think Cloud Conceer is to play, because if we draw a forest, we can also get Sedge Scorpion down. But even if we didn't, we could still threaten to block the Audacious Thief. which is something we need to get rid of. Oh man, they can just use Vial of Dragonfire to keep it alive. Well played, opponent. Well played. So they get to kill my guys. We're going to get rid of the saddle. Because remember, Leafkin Druid is going to get us value with Artisan Reef. And they're just going to kill it with Vial, so. They're color screwed. We'll get that down. Then we'll end step a Night Pack Ambusher. We'll definitely block here. It's not a wolf. Sad day. We'll play around another Yarok's Fenlurker coming into play somehow. Be that through. I should have blocked. For some reason I keep thinking that gets +2/+2. That would be really good if it did. Oh, Veil of Summer. Oh, yes. Until we can double spell, we are going to just hang out. Because getting a 3, I mean, adding a 3/3 for free is so valuable. It's like a 3-mana card every time. I guess it's kind of a 2/2, so like it gets a little bit worse once the Night Pack Ambusher dies, but still incredibly valuable. Probably got an island. Got a swamp. Yep. So now we can cast 2 spells in this turn. So we'll take advantage of that opportunity. It also gives us a chance to get a really big tempo swing in. Tap down the Gravedigger, because we'd rather the zombie token die. Because now we get to attack with the Night Pack, threaten lethal, so they have to make some blocks. Boom! Let's go. That is how it is done, folks. That is how it's done. Calm, steady, Veil of Summer. Even though it wasn't good last time, I think it's going to be good. Over Pattern Matcher and Loaming Shaman. Let's go. Because they're going to be exiling my good creatures anyway, so. Or maybe we want to Loaming Shaman them. So their Gravedigger does nothing. I don't really like it, though. I think I'll just side it out. It's probably worse than Veil of Summer. We'll keep this on the draw. Oh, we should have sided out Cerulean Drake. My bad. Whoops. That was an error. It still trades, though. We'll get the Season of Growth down. Feral Invocation plus Season of Growth is a nice little combo for value. We're looking for islands. It's not worth getting blade branded. That's a good card. So now we can block here. They don't have Blade Brand. I kind of want to be able to hold a Feral Invocation while also holding up Veil of Summer. So I kind of have shut down their attacks for now. Currently all I have is Veil. I don't have Feral. Fantastic draw. Go for your Bone to Ash, buddy. Boom! Well, those are both fantastic. Obviously keeping both of those on top. Oh, I should not have played that land. Oh, whoops. Now if they play a Yarok, I lose my Feral. For no real reason. I guess they just played 4 mana to draw a card. No, we don't care. We're just going to keep taking it. Sure. So they already went for 1 Bone to Ash. Keep it on top. Sure. Now we just sit back, make some 3/3s, and have fun. Should not have played that land. Oh, yes. We'll keep that on top. That'll actually make me want to play my spells next turn. If they'd had a murder for this in response, it would have been kind of brutal. Whoa, they could have got... Oh, no, they couldn't have gotten Yarok's back. We'll get a Scry in first before we get the Risen Reef. Don't particularly want that. Poor tapping, I must say. I'm sad that I keep messing up and exposing myself to Yarok's Fenlurker. Keep in mind, we have Overcome in our deck. Granted, I think I scryed it to the bottom. Oh no, maybe I shuffled it back in. And also, we're just scrying away every turn, so no reason to get too aggressive. Actually, yeah, because we don't want to grow this thing, really, because there's such a high life total. We'll just get a massive number of wolves, and then hang tight. Hopefully we draw Veil soon. And also, we have the same number of cards in deck. Okay. Do I even want that? Not really, no. I kind of just want Overcome. I want to end the game as soon as possible with Overcome. That's a fine draw. What have I put on the bottom? Mostly mediocre cards. If they have Blade Brand. So they just suicided. Okay, this could be a good turn to cast some spells. I have a lot of creatures in play. You know what? I'm just going to wait. I'm going to be playing a 3/3, and in exchange I get a 3/3. No, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Metronome. Thank you. It brings a smile to my face every time I see you in my Twitch chat. It's always like, ah, that's sick. Yep, 4 hours and 3 minutes. I'm actually almost done. This might, have to be my last game for the stream, or I might be able to play one more. Wow, they're going all out. So let's just make some obvious value trades. And then we'll start thinking about what they could have. They can pump twice. So this thing's safe. So what could they have here? They could have one removal spell, which would be fine. They could have two removal spells. So they'd kill this and this, and they'd eat a wolf. But I'm eating so many of their guys that I don't really care about that. I think these are the blocks. I don't want to expose this guy at all to a Blade Brand. Oops, I forgot about these, but I can just unsummon those. I should have blocked one of them with a Leaf Kindred. I totally just didn't see the zombies. Oh man, I'm going to lose to that stupid guy because I didn't block the zombie. Oh my gosh, I'm so sad. The stupid 5-mana 3/3. I'm so bad. Well. This is the turn. And I already blew it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I really played this turn quite badly. Yeah, I did not block well last turn. I should have just put this guy in front of something. Oh man, now I'm going to lose to that uncommon. I'm really sad about that. And they concede. Whew. That was fortunate. I should have definitely blocked with this guy onto the 2/2, because then I would have just been at 5 life instead of 3, which was a huge difference. Booyah. For anyone just tuning in, this is our deck. Fantastic blue-green stuff. I'm loving it. I think Cryptic Caves as an 18th land is like a fantastic, fantastic play. It just really works out. I like it a lot. Dang, Red Hawk. Waiting on opponent. So we're on the draw. We don't mind that. Oh, this hand is great. We just need one forest, and we're golden. We run 8 other forests, so we could get there. Pattern Matcher only gets Cloudkin number 2, but we did not get there. Sad day. We almost had the Dream Curve out again. The funny thing is if they attack, it's like 50-50 whether I block. And sometimes I'll block, sometimes I won't. That's like the optimal strategy. What is happening? What? They're playing Mystic Forge? What the heck? That is hilarious. Like, I guess technically I could kill that. But how many colorless cards can they possibly have? I guess it's also some card filtering. What the heck? It's like scrying. Why does it cut off the top of the card? It's so weird. I guess it just does that. Kind of bad UI right there. UI, of course, stands for user interface. Yeah, I think we're in good shape here. The reason I attacked is because I don't mind trading damage. I have a very good hand. I have a lot of aggressive tools, and they look like they're a little bit color screwed. So, oh, there's a Cloud Concealer. Perfect. That makes my next turn incredible. Because now I can pattern matcher that. When your opponent's color screwed, you kind of want to assume the beatdown roll because they'll generally get stuck with a lot of cards in hand, and you can kill them before they can deploy all their threats. Whew. A Barkhide troll. And now we can pattern match or unsummon. Get another Cloud Conceer. Man, this card is so bad, Mystic Forge. Wow, Feral Invocation. That also looks really bad against my unsummon. Okay, so since I'm so likely to win this game, if they attack me, I just have to think, double Growth Spiral, does that kill me? And in this case, it does not. That would only be 13 points, and I'd go to 4. Sure. Oh man, I couldn't get the value I wanted. Oh well. So here, I think I'm going to go Pattern Matcher, bounce the Brontodon, hit them for 8. They got rid of a Leafkin Druid. Then I can bounce Brontodon. And then they go down to 2 life. The fact that they paid life made that line even better. But they were going to be at 3. I was going to have 3 lethal blockers. They were going to have to hold that back. I'd play my Cloud Conceer. Get them anyway. Looks like a Red Hawk is playing mono green with Mystic Forge. There's no fog in this set. Just play it double safe. Not going to play around Settle the Wreckage. Okay, so against a green deck, we do not want Veil of Summer. Sorry. Fortress Crab's probably not great. Natural End I am going to bring in because them playing that one artifact probably means they have at least several artifacts for targets. And so we're going to bring that in for Cerulean Drake, which is not great against a non-red deck. It's fine to main deck it, but you side it out aggressively. Whew. We also did see a Feral Invocation, so. Okay, folks, this is going to be the last match. I'm being summoned for dinner. Let's make it count. This is a solid hand. We'll keep it on the draw. Last match. I know, I am being summoned. I've been told dinner is overrated. Oh my goodness. Dinner is partially overrated in some ways. But I have been streaming for a while, and I'll be back tomorrow because I actually have the tools for streaming available, so that's pretty great. Wow, early Wolf Rider saddle We have an early Bronthodon. I just don't want to take too much damage. I think this is a fine stabilization play. And we can get Risen Reef down next turn. Are they actually mono green? I think they are, and I'm very impressed and excited, which is it's awesome. Let's just play this guy, start getting that value rolling. Oh no, the Cloud Conceer. If I'd known we had that, I might have waited so I could get double value. No attacks. Okay. End turn. If this Cloud Conceer is able to be played, we will win. I'm calling it now. It's a called shot. Oh my gosh, they have access to 6 mana. You know, I just had a thought. Maybe Fortress Crab is just going to be great in this format. It's just so much bigger than everything else. Nobody plays Vorst Claw. There's no 5/5s that are really good. Oh my gosh, the Mystic Forge! I knew this day would come. I don't even want to use my natural end on it. I just want to use my natural end on whatever he plays off of the Mystic Forge. I play Vorst Claw. I know you play Vorst Claw. I would play a Vorst Claw in this deck probably, but most people would. Oh my gosh, I'm going to get the value! The value! Card is keyword huge. Did anyone else see LSV's written set review where he talked about Vorst Claw? It was the funniest thing. I cracked up so hard. He wrote, Vorst Claw is just a big card. I wish there was a design for a 6-mana 6/6 trample, which is so funny because they were doing like a bunch of designs for 6-mana 6/6 trample. Let's just get land into play because they had did like Colossal Dreadball like 3 sets in a row. So. Rabid Bite, and then I draw my other card, which is an island, and then we will use this to, do I even want to use Rabid Bite? Probably not. I don't have that much removal. I could see killing that, but I have a target. I don't know why it's like cutting off the card image. Is that from the new update that they just did? Untap another target artifact. So he can use this twice. That's amazing. Opponent is going off. Okay. Sure. So he's going to give it unblockable. Put me on that 5-turn clock. Natural End is probably going to kill either this equipment or this thing. Well, this is an easy double block. Oh, it can only be blocked by 1 creature. Never mind. This is an easy not double block. It's an easy double block next turn when I use my Natural End on it. Never mind. Actually, we're just gonna Dungeon Spirits. Dungeon Geist, I mean. Tap that thing down. We have so much going on that I think we just want to fire this off while he's tapped out. I guess he's not really tapped out. We'll just kill this. What did they get rid of? Another forest. Okay. I don't think this is a real engine. There's no way this is good enough. Just as a format. It's just too slow. And you put yourself down a card. I wish I could just talk to my opponent and explain to him why that card's not very good. Or I wish I could see his deck list to see that he has 12 artifacts in it, and it's awesome. Well, that's not great. The wolves gonna get me. The wolves. I'm not worried. I have him on a 3-turn clock in the air. I can just kill this, gain 3 life. Is this just lethal? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 power. They have 3 toughness. This is just lethal. Get in there, Risen Reef. Go! Charge! I'm going to finish this draft. It's just much better timing. There will be one more round after this, and we win. Okay. This is going to be the final round because we're going to win easily. I have so many hopes. Let's go. Let's finish off this recording strong. 5-0. This deck is great. The pilot is sometimes great. Sometimes he is piloting at a high level, and sometimes he pilots at a low level. Sometimes he plays mono red for the lulz. I believe. Let's go. Mandy. Oh yes. Oh yes. This is where you love Cryptic Caves. Cryptic Caves is bae. I honestly love 18 land Cryptic Caves. I think that's just such a good... It's like a spell, in a way. It's like a 1-mana draw card. But it's also a land. We're going to start with Forest, obviously, because we have double green cards that we can play on turn 2. And we would definitely play them on turn 2. Oh, please don't stop during your main phase. Please, no. Season of Growth could be quite good this game. Why is my opponent in full control? I don't normally do this. Of course I get matched up against this guy. Opponent does not know dinner is on the line. That is the truest statement. Opponent is in his own private full control Idaho. Jeez, opponent. Just let me have my turn. Oh, that's a great card to draw. We're F6ing.
Oh, nice. So he didn't have full control mode. He just had a shock. Let's go. Chop chop, opponent. Oh, you have Cloud Conceer as well. Well, well, la-ti-da. That's a good draw. The fact that Winged Words is so good in this format is very happy for me, because when Divination was a great card in Dominaria, I would draft like 5 Divinations in every deck. And I'm excited to do the same in this set. Oh, the back-breaking value. Scry first. Yeah, we'll keep that on top. That's a fine option. Get this another scry. I can shuffle some stuff in. Oh, that's great. We're going to be able to draw with this Cryptic Caves very soon. This is 5 mana, so not next turn, but the turn after. Opponent's on their Temur Elementals. We're going to shuffle both of those in to increase our threat density. Actually, we can crack it next turn because we have this Leafkin Druid, of course. Okay, that's going to be great. We'll still offer the trade, I think. No, we won't. That seems really bad now. Don't want that. Actually, we should have played Loaming Shaman first. Because now we shuffle our deck anyway. Oh yeah, we'll shuffle first. We will shuffle both. Three, 6, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17. Sad day. So now 2 turns away is our window. We'll trade a 3/3 for a 3/2. Oh, nice. Any creature's a good creature in my book. Especially because it trades with the Cloudkin Seer pretty nicely and can't be shocked. Opponent's back to slow motion. I think they have a shock. And that's why they're so slow. Oh, there's our best card. No big deal. We will attack. Get him a little bit low at least. If they want to block shock, I'm fine with that. We'll definitely trade these off now that we have our Nightpack Ambusher. Coming soon. Jeez, this guy should not be playing with instants. It is miserable. How does he have more? Oh, okay, now we have the same number of timeouts. We'll definitely be blocking this Cloudkin Seer. Reduce the clock, give our Nightpack Ambusher time to take over. Brutal. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is an ouch moment. This is where you hope they do not have a shock. We will play around. I am very surprised that they did not use their unsummon for my Leafkin Druid. We can't play around Convolute anyway. We can't play this guy. Actually, we can play it twice in one turn. No, we can't. Oh, yeah, we can because of Leafkin Druid. Okay, he gains a life. Sure thing, buddy. Okay. Let's scry something good. Well, we got rid of that at least. No! 3, 7, 9, 11, 13. Close game. Oh, man. Well, we get to bring in our plummet. Heart Piercer Bow seems excellent. Plummet seems good. We'll cut what we normally cut. Pattern Matcher, Loaming Shaman, Feral Invocation. We had a kind of lackluster draw. I think the Heart Piercer Bow is going to be excellent. It kills Risen Reef, both his Cloud Concealers, his Unchained Berserker, if he keeps that in. Just kills everything. We have 8 islands in our deck. I think this is a mulligan. This is a keep. Hopefully we just rip a second mountain right off the top. And I mean, not a mountain, a second forest. Just go to town. That is what I'm talking about. Definitely correct to attack first. If my opponent had a shock, they might try to save it for my 2-drop. Let's just kill their Accelerant. Because they might be mana light and might not have anything. Also, they haven't shown me blue mana yet. Rats. Ugh. We'll try to keep the board clear. We We are not doing well right now. Really feeling that mulligan. Not sure if that's correct. I feel like trading these off is fine for me, though. That was the weirdest block I've ever seen in my life. What? Why would you jump? So confused. I think I want to take out the 2-mana enchantment in this, now that I don't have the invocation thing going. Boom, they just took it. Perfect. No, that's 1 point from our Cerulean Drake that's negated. An extra card would go a long way here for us. So we need to draw some card draw or something. Heck yes. This is the card that needs to come out of our deck. It was worth a shot. Last time they didn't block, so... Yeah, this card needs to come out of our deck. I don't think it's good enough for what we're doing. Luckily, Risen Reef is about to die. Sure. Oh, perfect. Thank you so much, Pudding of War, for the follow. I really appreciate it. Die. We'll play this first, because this will let us scry. Keeping that on top. Thanks for the follow, Pudding of War. I feel like I just said that. No! Negate. Ouch. Well, we're ahead on board. Thank you, Pudding. I appreciate it. We're ahead on board. We're about to draw a good card. Maybe this card is fine. Every time we scry away a land, it's like we drew a card. Let's just shorten the clock a little bit. he wants to attack us, we can do a double block or just attack him back for lethal, so. I think we want to end the game before he draws something silly. That strikes me as a bad attack. Because he can't really block with that because of my pinging. Maybe 2 Heart Piercer bows is enough and I don't need this plummet. I could see that. Also, I probably want to bring in my 1/6. Just blocks everything he's doing. Just kind of dominates Fire Elemental. Let's get it done. So they have negate now. They have negate, unsummon. Oh, we'll keep that on top. Come on, I just need to win this so I can get home for dinner. It's the classic. It's still lethal. Good game, buddy. Okay, final game, folks. Oh. Cutting plummet, because there didn't seem to be a ton of targets. For a... I guess Veil of Summer can kind of wreck unsummon. I think Feral Invocation is good. Fortress Grab is an option. Let's just go for it. Oh. The enchantment actually turned out to be super good. Just 2 mana like Scry 8 with the potential to draw a card in the end of it. It's just real good. And we drew it in the late game when it's normally pretty bad. We're keeping. Easy keep. 100%. We have our Night Pack. All we need is an island. Even if we don't draw an island, we have Night Pack. I know I've said it a million times, but Night Pack is a beast. He's not literally a beast, he's a wolf, but wolves are kind of like beasts. Cryptic Caves is our 18th land, so it's not really a punish, but it still feels bad to draw that instead of an island. Oh gosh. Feels bad to draw that instead of an island. Come on, island. Heart of the cards. Heart of the cards. I believe in islands. I believe that islands are our future. Island me right now. Never lucky. I'm so sad. You have no idea. At least they don't have a super fast clock. Bottom top, okay. We're gonna go for the greed play. I haven't seen all that many. I haven't seen a counter spell that can counter my Nightpack Ambusher. And they haven't seen Nightpack Ambusher, I don't think. And this could be the type of play that wins us the game.
Ah. They didn't unsummon before blocks. Okay, Lavakin Brawler. Sure thing. Heart of the cards. We do need an island still. If we draw an island, we're going to win. If we draw an island next turn. We'll block that. It's one less point of damage, and we get to keep our Night Pack Ambusher. So now we can kill this next turn. Okay, never lucky in my entire life. Could I buy an island off this Cryptic Caves? Yes! I never doubted you for a second, deck. Not for one instant. We'll get this guy down, then we'll try to get another island. Oh, Unsummon's beautiful. For a non-island, Unsummon is gorgeous. We'll trade this with this guy. So we go to 7. What happened to dinner? I betrayed myself, I betrayed my family to finish this match. And I'm not sure if it's going to work out. No! Come on, island! All I need is an island. We should have stacked them opposite. Take action. Draw me an island. Oh my gosh. This is the saddest moment of my life. We aren't out of this yet, by any stretch. We block here. Then the next turn we Cloud Conceer plus Feral Invocation. We're still okay. I know, we still have this, potentially. Oh, there's a green. That means they have their third color. We can also just bounce this to buy us some time. I would really like an island here, though. That'd be the dream. Okay, well, he's out of gas. Come on. We will stack it this way, because if we draw an island, we want to play it. Perfect. Yes! Oh, you know it. I'm stacking those triggers so hard. End turn. Yeah, I know. I know. The reason I stacked it this way was because I wanted to draw the land and then potentially hit a second land off Risen Reef. Get rid of Seasons of Growth. Oh my gosh, we're going to win. Oh, yeah, that was one of the cool... Yeah, that's one of the coolest things you can do with Risen Reef. I really like that aspect. Now we will Rabbit Bite this Boreal Elemental. Oh my gosh, we're gonna do it! Oh my gosh! He even drew like a Vial, which... Wow, we barely hung on. We've stabilized. Unchained Berserker, sure. We can kill that with Heart Piercer Bow. And then next turn we win with our Overcome. Part of the cards. My deck believed in me. Whoops, did not want to play that one. Yep. Holding up unsummon. We don't actually have anything to get. The only double we have is a double Cloud Conceer. Does he have a burn spell? Yes! Oh! Boom! 5-0! Let's go! Oh man, that's exciting stuff. That was exciting stuff. The old Trof-Uruski. Oh, yes. Well, that was an exciting one. If you were watching this on YouTube and you made it all the way till the end of the video, type in hashtag Clutch Island in the comments section down below, because that was a Clutch Island indeed, and type that hashtag Clutch Island. Remember to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment if you have any questions or just want to say hello, and as a way of saying thank you to my most dedicated supporters, I like to put up the credits. Thank you so much to all of my patrons who, support me, and at the Eternal of Bolas level or higher. Thank you so much for your support. But yeah, that is going to do it for this video. I sincerely hope that you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you guys next time.